So we've come back the next day and we've got a frame from the Slightly Nasty hive. We selected this frame because it's got quite mature cat brood which will hatch hopefully in a few days' time, and then we've got this space here and it's got nectar in it. So we'll put the cage over here and we'll put the queen inside, so she won't have any help to start with, so she'll need food, so she'll actually drink the nectar in here. And then as these bees are hatching, they won't know any other queen other than her, so they will immediately accept her and begin to feed her. Then what will happen hopefully is that the bees on the outside of the cage will start to feed the bees and the queen from the inside, and therefore the queen's pheromone will get passed around the hive, and in 7 days' time we can take the cage off and she will be already accepted into the hive. That's the plan. Hopefully it will go to plan. Sometimes it doesn't, like last year it didn't work. So we'll try it this year and see what happens. So we're just going to go into this hive. This is the cage, by the way. So this is the mesh where the bees cannot get through because the mesh is too small, and we'll just fit it over there. It's quite sharp, so we can then push it into the wax and make sure that it's sealed, so none of the bees from the outside can get into the queen too early. So just opening the hive up. Just checking the queen's not on the top of the lid. Very unusual, but you never know. We have to work quite quickly because the brood can chill, and then of course it won't be any use. So there she is. There's the queen, moving quite slowly, thank goodness. So what we're going to do, this is going to be a tricky operation. We've got to put the queen in here and then put the cage over without trapping her. So I'll just lay it on here, and she's just there. Right, so we're going to just put it on there, just make sure that that's all right. Yep, that's okay. Right, here we go. Here's the queen. Just look up behind her. Okay, so we're going to put that on there. Stuck. I'm going to put her in there. There we go. So she's nicely in there. I'm just going to push it down carefully. Unfortunately we're going to squash a bit of brood in the process, but there you can see the cage is on and she is just there running around safely. You probably can't see her. She's just running around. Yes, there she is, there you go. So there she is, running around, trying to find a way out. But we're going to put her into the colony now. Hopefully they can't get through. I'm just going to make sure, we're going to make sure that these edges are completely sealed into the comb. They do recommend that you use slightly older comb, so you can see it's darker, so that the bees can't actually chew their way through and get to the queen too early. So this hive has been queenless for 24 hours. So this means that they will have started queen cells. But unfortunately we won't be able to see them because they will be just in the very early makings of them. So we will have to go back into this hive in about 4 days time, and we won't be releasing the queen. She'll be still hopefully happily walking around, and some of these bees will have hatched, and we'll have to go into the entire colony and get out the queen cells, and then in 7 days we'll release the cage. So here we go, we're going to put it in. Hopefully she's safe. Might be making this up, but already they've got a slightly different sound to them. They're not quite as wild as they were just when we were pulling the frame out. So just show you inside. There's a cage. They can go all around the cage, but they can't hopefully get into the cage. So we're going to put this beehive together again now, so that they're not disturbed any longer. So mission accomplished. Now this hive that doesn't have a queen anymore, what do we do with it? Because it's small and we've just newly made it really, we're going to take that box with all the brood and all the bees, and we're going to put it on this hive here, the smallest hive, and so that then hopefully we'll have quite a big hive. This will get bigger because it's got another box of bees and brood, and then hopefully it'll grow in time for getting some of the nectar flow ready for the winter.